Yes po, good afternoon to everybody and my courtesy and respect to my alma mater, St. Benedict College. High school, nag-graduate ako ng St. Benedict College at the same time, dyan ko rin po nakuha yung master's degree ko po with the help of Ma'am Cora and Ma'am Baroga. Thank you very much. Okay, let's go to my presentation related to general labor standards. Okay, general labor standards refers to the minimum requirements prescribed by the existing laws, rules, and regulations relating to work, wages, and other monetary and welfare. So, para pa-take note na lang po itong general labor standard dahil po when we conduct a inspection to the selected and target establishment or private sector of the government. So isa po ito sa mga checklist na hinahanap namin. That is the reason na kailangan po maging aware both the management side and the employees. So what are these general labor standard? Isa na po dyan yung minimum wage, the holiday pay, the premium pay, overtime pay, night shift differential, service charges, service incentive leave, maternity leave, the paternity leave, parental leave for solo parents, leave for victims of violence against women and their children or the BAUSI, special leave for women, 13-month pay, separation pay, retirement pay, benefits under the ECC or the Employees Compensation Commission, and the benefits of PhilHealth, Social Security, and the Pag-ibig. So, siguro, the management side is alam naman po ninyo yung mga general labor standard, but just to remind po sa inyo na kailangan po maging compliance tayo sa mga minimum requirements. So, we have a minimum wage order number BARM 01 effective January 01, 2020. So, na-adapt po yung mga minimum wage natin from the province and the city sa Maguindanao, Lanao del Sur, including Marawi City, Basilan, including Lamitan City, Sulu, and Tawi-Tawi. Sa non-agri po is 300 pesos per day. And agriculture po is 290 per day. Then for the Cotabato City and the 63 barangay or the geographic area, North Cotabato is 325 din po. For the agriculture is 300 pesos per day. So legal basis po is Republic Act number 6727, also known as Wage Rationalization Act, Minimum Wage in BARM. So yun po, just giving you that effective last January 1, 2020, ito na po yung mga minimum wage natin sa Cotabato City, which is 325. Although last year hindi po na-implement agad kasi nga po the Cotabato City is not yet in the supervision of Ministry of Labor and Employment BARM. Nagsimula lang po, we started the supervision of Cotabato City this year lang po, the assumption of Cotabato City Field Office last January 4, 2021. That is why na-disseminate po namin yung information regarding the minimum wage order number BARM 01. So, sa mga empleyado po, pa-check na lang po ng minimum wage natin na 325. Then, we have the monthly paid and the daily paid employees. Monthly paid employees are those who are paid every day of the month. Kasama po yung unworked rest days, special days, and the regular holidays. Then, for the daily paid employees, yun naman po yung binabayaran on the days that they actually work and on unworked regular holidays. Though, then these are the computation for the EEMR, or the estimated equivalent monthly rate of monthly paid and daily paid employees in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. So for the monthly paid employees, these are the computation, the applicable daily rate, like sa Cotabato City. So ang magiging ADR natin is 325 multiplied by 365 a year, divided by into 12 months. So yun po yung magiging monthly salary ng empleyado. So paano po na-come up yung 365 days per year, although yun na yung normal numbers of days sa isang taon, but when it comes to the holidays, meron pong separated days, like we have 297 ordinary working days. Plus po natin yung 12 regular holidays and the 52 rest days. Yung 52 rest days po is yun pong Sunday. We have 52 days in a year. 52 Sundays in a year. Then 4 special days. Then including December 8 as a special non-working holiday, Republic Act 10966. Then for the daily paid employees that are required to work every day, kasama po ang Sunday, rest day, special days, and regular holidays, the same computation, the ADR or the applicable daily rate multiplied by 393.8 divide by 12 months. So makakam up po yung EEMR. So paano po nakuha yung 393.8 days? We have the ordinary working days of 297 and 12 regular holidays. Bakit naging 24 at naging 200%? Pag nagtrabaho po ang isang empleyado during that regular holidays, so mag-additional po ng 100% ang employer na ibabayad po sa inyo. That is why naging 200%. Multiply by 2 lang po yung magiging daily salary ng employee. And for the rest day naman, pag nagtrabaho po ang isang empleyado during the rest day, meron pong additional 30%. That is why naging 130%, a total of 67.60. Then for the special day, the same, additional 30%, total of 5.2. And all in all, magiging 393.8 days po yung magiging total para makuha po ninyo yung magiging monthly salary. Then for the daily paid employees who do not work and are not considered paid on Sundays or rest day. So applicable daily rate times 313 from the ordinary working days plus the regular holidays, the 4 special days, then nakama po yung 313 total equivalent number of days per year. Then for the daily paid employees who do not work or not considered paid on Saturdays and Sundays or rest day. So ADR times 261 divided by 12. So paano po nakuha yung 261? From the ordinary working days of 247, i-minus lang po natin yung 52 Sundays and 52 Saturdays, then a total of 247 added by 12 regular holiday and the 4 special days. Kaya nakam up yung 261 total equivalent number of days per year. Then for the holiday pay, refers to the payment of the regular holiday wages of any unworked regular holiday. Yun na po yung kanina kaya naging 200%. Pag pinagtrabaho po kayo ng management or ng employer during that day, so may additional 100% po kayo, a total of 200%. But not covered is the retail and service establishment na below 10 employees lang po or workers. Legal basis, Article 94 of Presidential Decree 442. Then these are the 12 regular holidays under Executive Order 292 as amended by Republic Act 9849. The New Year's Day, the Monday Thursday, the Good Friday, Araw ng Kagitingan, Labor Day, Independence Day, National Heroes Day, Idul Fitr, Idul Adha, Bonifacio Day, Christmas Day, Rizal Day. So nag-start po magpalabas ng memorandum ang Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao adding the holiday for the Bangsamoro Foundation Day and the Bangsamoro Day, which is the March 18 of every year. Then for the premium pay refers to the additional compensation for work performed within 8 hours on a non-work day such as rest day and special day. So pag nagtrabaho po kayo, during that day may additional 30% of your daily wage, a total of 130%. But no work, no pay principle is applied. So to the employees, maging aware po sana tayo sa mga general labor standards. Then we have the special day under Executive Order 292 as amended by Republic Act 9849 as further amended by Republic Act 10966. Nandiyan na po yung Ninoy Aquino Day, All Saints Day, Feast of Immaculate Conception of Mary, last day of the year. So yun po yung 4 special holidays. Then for the overtime pay refers to the additional compensation for work performed beyond 8 hours a day. So on a regular days, may additional po na 25% and for the special or rest day, meron pong additional 30% as legal basis of Article 87 Presidential Decree 442. Then night shift differential, actually effective lang ito siya sa mga security guards. Sa schools po kasi means wala sigurong overtime na magsisimula ng 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. So in case of security guard, yun po may additional po na 10% regular wage for each hour of work performed. Then for the service charges refers to the amount that is added to the bill of work or service rendered. Ano po yung mga coverage establishment collecting service charges? Yung hotel, restaurant, similar establishment including those entities operating primarily as private subsidiaries of the government. Then distributed twice a month po, not exceeding 16 days. Then we have the SIL. I hope yung mga employees po natin sa St. Benedict, meron po kayong SIL, yung Service Incentive Leave. 5 days po yan siya. So, it can be converted into cash pag hindi po ma-avail. For 1 year po, sa loob ng isang taon, may grant po kayo na 5 araw na SIL. Pag hindi nyo po ma-avail yung leave nyo na 5 araw, pwede nyo pong makuha into cash. But it is applicable only for the establishment na merong 10 above na empleyado. Then sa mga kababaihan natin, although it is common din sa inyo na may maternity leave, it's either from the private sector, the public sector, the informal economy, yung voluntary contributors of the SSS, na mga kababaihan na nagtatrabaho, yung mga athletes natin. Effective po at maaari nyo pong ma-avail ang maternity leave. Then, ano ba yung mga benepisyo na meron sa maternity leave? Sa bagong batas, na-aproban na po yung 105 days with pay po sa live childbirth. Regardless of mode of delivery, kung anumang klase, basta buhay po yung anak, yung pinanganak. So, 105 days po ang maternity leave. Then, we have a female workers qualifies as a solo parent. So, may additional po na 15 days. Pag solo po, solo parent. And for the miscarriage, meron po 60 days lang po yung magiging maternity leave. Then other benefits from the SSS, an option to extend the additional 30 days. Pero wala na po yung bayad. In case na kailangan pa ng mother mag-extend ng rest day niya, pwede pa siyang mag-extend ng another 30 days pero wala na pong bayad. Legal basis of Republic Act 1161 as amended by Republic Act 8282 as further amended by Republic Act 11210. Then, sa mga lalaki, meron din po tayo leave under the legal basis of RA 8187 pag married male government employees. Pag during sa panganak ng asawa ninyong babae, doon po mag-start yung magiging paternity leave ninyo at ang magiging benepisyo nyo doon is 7 days. As long as during the delivery of the child is employed po kayo. Then benefits 7 calendar days with full pay consisting of basic salary and mandatory allowances fixed by the wage board. Usage shall be after the delivery without prejudice to an employer policy of allowing the employee to avail the benefit before or during the delivery, provided that the total number shall not be more than 7 CD. Then the condition, he is employee at the time of the delivery of the child. He is cohabiting with his spouse at the time she gives birth. Cohabiting yung nagli-live-in partner, nagsasama na po pero hindi pa kasal. So, entitled din po ang lalaki na makabail ng benefits na 7 na paternity leave. Then he has applied for paternity leave with his employer with a reasonable period of time from the expected date of delivery. So ahead of time, dapat po makapag-file na po yung mga lalaki ng paternity leave nila. Kasi minsan nagbabase rin kasi ang mga company, establishment sa mga rules, policy, and also the CBA or the collective bargaining agreements. And his wife has given birth or suffered a miscarriage. Pero ang paternity is not convertible into cash. So wag po nating sayangin yung 1 linggong leave ninyo. Kasi kung hindi nyo i-avail, so wala rin. Wala rin, hindi rin convertible into cash. Then, for the parental leave for solo parents, maging lalaki man o babae, meron din pong parental leave for solo parents. Granted to any solo parents or individual who is left alone. And sino ba yung mga entitled para makabail ng parental leave? Yung giving birth as a result of rape, used by law, the other criminals against chastity, yung namatay ang asawa, yung nakulong yung asawa, yung physical and mental incapacity of spouse, yung legal separation from spouse for at least 1 year. So, ibig sabihin, after 1 year na wala ka ng asawa dahil separated na kayo, so that is the time na pwede kang mag-request to avail the parental leave for solo parents and for the destruction of nullity or annulment of marriage. So, yan po yung magiging entitled para makapag-avail ng parental leave for solo parents. So, what is the benefits? So, yun. Kasama rin po yung abandonment, yung unmarried father and mother was preferred to keep his or children, yung foster parent, yung nag-umaampon but given a license from the DSWD or the MSSD, or any family member who assumed the responsibility of head of the family as a result of death. Pero, a disappearance or a prolonged absence lasts for at least 1 year. Then for the benefits, under the legal basis of Republic Act 8972, you have a 7 work days leave every year with full pay po. Remember po natin ito, siguro bago po sa inyo itong parental leave for solo parents. So meron po 7 work days leave kada taon. Then for the entitlement, she has rendered at least 1 year of service. Or she notified her employer within a reasonable period of time, and she has presented to her employer a solo parent. So, kailangan po natin yung given license from the DSWD and MSSD as a proof po na ikaw ay isang solo parent. It's either you can avail it from the municipality, where do you live, or the city, even the region, pwede rin po kayong kumuha. So, such benefit is not to be convertible to cash if not availed. So, yun po. Grab the opportunity if ever. Then we have also the special leave for women. Under legal basis of Republic Act 9710 given to any female employee regardless of age and civil status. What is the entitlement? If she has rendered at least 6 months continuous aggregate employment service for the last 12 months prior to surgery. So, before yung surgery, at least naka-work na rin kayo ng continuous employment service sa company or sa agency or in the institution. So, filed application to her employer within a reasonable time from the expected date of surgery or within such period as may be provided by the company rules and or regulation or CBA. She has undergone surgery due to gynecological disorder as certified by a competent physician. Benefits, meron po kayong 2 months with full pay. Such benefit shall be non-cumulative and non-convertible to cash unless otherwise provided by the CBA. So, pa-check na lang po ng company policy or the school's policy kung baka it's a good news kung pwedeng i-convert into cash. Pero pag hindi naman, be thankful na rin kasi meron kayong 2 months with full pay na leave. Then for the 13-month pay, ito yung gustong-gusto nating mga empleyado, even in the government and the private. So, please take note po, dapat po mabigay natin ng 13-month pay sa mga empleyado natin kasi as far as the CCTO is concerned, marami na po tayong mga complainant regarding the 13-month pay na hindi po nabibigay sa mga other private establishment na hindi nila naibibigay sa mga empleyado. So, this is one of the common complaint of the employees na yung iba hindi po nila natatanggap ng buo yung 13-month pay. So, be aware of that. Kasi nga po may legal basis tayo na under the Presidential Decree of 851 given to employees that work for at least 1 month during calendar year. At yung payment po, it should be not later than December 24 of every year. Then for the computation, dapat po 1/12 of the total basic salary earned. So, magbabase rin po talaga ang 13-month pay sa napagtrabahuan ng isang empleyado sa buong taon. Then we have the separation pay legal basis of Article 298 and 299 of Presidential Decree 442 renumbered. We have 1/2 month pay per year of service if sa separation pay po 1/2 month per year pag nagbawas po ng empleyado dahil sa tulad nitong nangyari na sa atin ngayon na under tayo sa COVID-19 pandemic. So some establishment na nagbabawas na ng mga empleyado kasi nga medyo humihina na yung income, so kailangan mo nang magbawas. Then for the closure or cessation of operation of an establishment not due to serious losses or financial reverses. When an employee is suffering from a disease not curable within a period of 6 months and his continued employment is prejudiced to his or health or the health of his or co-employees. So, kailangan na po talaga mag-separate. Then the lack of service assignment sa mga security guard po, pag within 6 months wala na plot na po sila, hindi pa po sila nabibigyan ng post, so that is the time na pwede na silang mag-claim ng separation pay. Then for the 1 month pay of the year, ito po yung installation of employer of labor saving devices. So pag justifiable yung mga grounds for the termination of the employee, so 1 month po yung magiging pay niya as a separation pay. Then for the redundancy, as when the position is found to be excessive or unnecessary in the operation. And the impossible restatement of the employee to his or former position. And the last is lack of service assignment of security guard by reason of age. So pag this ground po yung magiging termination sa employee, sila po yung makakakuha ng 1 month pay na separation pay nila. Then we have the note for the employers na for the notice of termination, dapat po magkapagbigay kayo ng copy, notice of termination sa amin, sa Ministry of Labor and Employment, 1 month, at least 1 month before the intended date of termination. Kasi nga yan po yung nagiging basis namin na the company is not violating the minimum requirements of the Ministry of Labor and Employment. So just take note of that po na in any case po na meron sa company, kailangan po namin ng mga copy. And monthly report, ini-require din po ng Ministry of Labor na mag-submit sa opisina namin sa Ministry of Labor and Employment, most probably sa Cotabato City Field Office, kasi yung CCFO po yung in charge sa mga concerns of the employees and employers. Then for the retirement pay, legal basis of Article 302 of Presidential Decree 442 renumbered. May nabasa ako na article na nag-pass ng Senate bill si Villanueva to less the retirement age from 60-65 magiging 55 to 60 po sa mga teachers. Pero as of now, hindi ko pa alam update kung na-approve na po yun or talagang nabasa na. But so we pray na ma-approve po yun para at least naman ma-enjoy, kasi yun po yung nagiging reason ni Villanueva na ma-enjoy naman ng mga guro yung time nila. But for now, nasa 60 at 65 years old pa rin po. Yung 60 yung magiging optional and the 65 years old yung mandatory. Then these are the minimum requirement pay of a 1 month salary of every year, where 1 month salary shall include yung 15 days salary based on the latest salary and the cash equivalent of 5 days of the SIL. Then we have the 1/12 of the 13-month pay, a total of 2.5. Then all in all, magiging 22.5 po yung magiging retirement pay. So paano po yung magiging computation? Yung 22.5, multiply nyo lang sa PDR sa daily rate natin, Cotabato City, 22.5 times the 325 na daily rate, multiply by year of service. Kung naka 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, so multiply nyo, that is the total na makukuha nyo as a retirement pay. Then for the ECC or the benefits under Employees Compensation Commission, Legal basis of presidential decree 626 coverage all workers in the formal, private, or compulsory members of the SSS with employer-employee relationship start on the first day of employment. So, pagpasok niyo pa lang sa trabaho, meron na po kayong mga benefits galing sa ECC. So, what are those? Isa na po doon yung loss of income benefits or cash benefits given to a worker to compensate for lost income due to his or her inability to work. The medical benefits, which include the reimbursement of the cost of medicine for the illness or injury. Payment to providers of medical care, hospital care, surgical expenses. There are limited toward services of an accredited hospital. Then the rehabilitation services, which includes physical therapy, vocational training, and special assistance provided to employees who sustain a disability as a result of sickness or injury arising out of employment. So yun po, pag nagkaroon ng mga disgrasya because of work, so meron po kayong benefits na makukuha sa SSS but dapat pong applyan natin muna sa ECC. Then the carer's allowance which is provided to an employee who suffer from a work-connected permanent partial and permanent total disability. Okay, itong PPD and PTD, meron pong mga computation at meron pong mga classification. Then for the death and funeral benefits which are granted to beneficiaries of an employee in the event of work-connected death. These are the kinds of disability, the temporary total disability or the TTD given to an employee who is unable to work for continuous period not exceeding 120 days. And for the PTD or the permanent total disability given to an employee who loses a body part, consequently the loss of the use of that body part. Then for the permanent total disability, I hope na wala na lahat po tayo hindi makakaranas ng mga ganito. Although meron ng mga benepisyo para po sa mga aksidenteng mangyayari during the work, but we hope and pray na malayo po sa atin yun lahat. Then we have the PTD. Benefit can be claimed in the following cases. Yung loss of sight, loss of two limbs at or above the ankle of wrist, yung permanent and complete paralysis of two limbs, brain injury resulting in incurable imbecility or insanity, then such cases as determined by SSS and approved by the Commission. So, yun po. Kailangan pong i-applyan nyo muna including the attached documents sa ECC, then SSS po yung magbibigay sa inyo ng mga benepisyo, kulang benepisyo para sa claim ninyo. So, yun po. Dapat sa pagpapile po ng claim within the period of 3 years ay napiled nyo na po yung claim nyo. Then, the time the employee lost his earning capacity in case of sickness, the time the injury was sustained in a case of injury, the time of death. So, lahat po ng yan, dapat within 3 years, makakapag-file na po kayo ng claim ninyo. Kasi pag more than 3 years, hindi pa rin po kayo nakapile ng claim niyo, so forfeited na po yung magiging claim ninyo. Wala na po kayong matatanggap. Then all the EC claims may be filed by the claimant at his or option in the regional or the branches na malapit po sa inyo or malapit sa pinagtatrabahuan nyo. Then afterward, pag meron na po kayong decision from the EC, so that is the time na yung claimant ay magpapile na naman siya sa SSS within the period of 30 days. So ito po yung mga proseso ng pag-file sa EC. And then yung certificate of employment, the EC logbook, the medical findings. Then yung mga reason na bakit na kayo nag-claim, kung nagkasakit kayo, na aksidente kayo during the work, in the workplace, or namatay. But we hope na walang makakaranas nito. Even though meron tayong benepisyo na makukuha, so we hope and pray na malayo pa rin yung sa atin. Ang disgrasya, sana maging malusog at malakas pa rin ang pangangatawan natin. Most especially during this time na under tayo sa COVID-19 pandemic throughout the world. So, keep safe always para sa pamilya, para sa sarili. Palakasin natin ang ating pangangatawan. Then, obligation, responsibilities of employers. Yun po, contribution to the state insurance fund, registration, safety devices, of course, the employer's logbook, provision of medical services. In the provision of medical services, we highly recommend na each establishment like sa school po, meron po ba tayong safety officer? Nire-required po kasi namin na magkaroon po ng at least isang safety officer and at least a part-time PH nurse. Kasi yun po yung magmo-monitor ng mga safety ng schools. So we hope na meron po tayong safety officer sa school and also at least partial PH nurse. Then for the PhilHealth benefits under legal basis of Republic Act 7875 as amended by Republic Act 9241. So coverage yung members po in the formal economy, sponsored members in the formal economy, lifetime members, indigent members, and also the senior citizen. Then benefits po ng inpatient hospital care kasama po sa benepisyo ng PhilHealth yung room and board, yung service of health. Also, alam naman din natin lahat ito but just a reminders, a recap of the benefits from the PhilHealth. Then the diagnostic laboratory, the prescriptions of drugs and biologicals subject to the limitation in Section 37 of Republic Act 7875. Ngayon siguro may mga package na kasi ang mga hospital natin, depende po sa sakit. So nandoon na po lahat. Magiging happy rin tayo at least may bawas yung mga payments natin sa hospital. Then for the outside outpatient, the same din yung magiging benefits nila. So since outpatient, so wala na pong room and board. Then the rest is the same na rin po. Nag-add lang po sa emergency and transfer services. Then for the SSS benefits, Republic Act 1161 as amended by Republic Act 8262, coverage po yung mga private employees, whether a permanent, temporary, or provisional. So, sakop rin po kayo ng SSS benefits. So ano yung mga benepisyo sa SSS? Pag nagkasakit kayo, pag avail kayo ng maternity leave, then for the disability, sa PPD, stated in the slide na each part of the body is my computation po. Kung magkano po yung magiging makukuha nyo na claim. Depende po sa anong part ng katawan ang madadamage. So we hope and pray na walang matanggalan ng isang thumb or index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger. So malayo po sa atin yan. But yun po, pag disgrasya hindi maiwasan at mangyari po ito, so yan po yung magiging pwede nyo pong i-claim. So, hindi ko po mabibigay sa inyo yung computation kasi nasa SSS po yung computation nito kung magkano po yung magiging claim ninyo. Then, for the PTD or the permanent total disability, yung pagkawalan ng paningin, both eyes, the loss of 2 limbs, the permanent complete paralysis, the brain injury, and other cases determined and approved by the SSS. Then the retirement and the death and funeral. So yan po yung mga benepisyo ng SSS. Then, for the pag-ibig, hindi po pag-ibig na pumapag-ibig. Uh, Legal basis of Republic Act number 9679, coverage, mandatory membership po sa private employee whether permanent, temporary, or provisional. Then household helper earning at least 1,000 a month who renders domestic services exclusively to a household such as driver, gardener, cook, governess, and other similar occupation. Filipino seafarer, abroad na po. Sakop pa rin po ng pag-ibig yan. Meron, kung mag-apply po kayo as a member of the pag-ibig, so meron din pong mga benepisyo na matatanggap. Then, prescription of drugs and biological subject to the limitation of Section 3727 refers to a citizen of another country who is living and working in the Philippines. So, lahat po ay sakop ng benefits as long as you are member of the pag-ibig. Given the Filipino employed by foreign-based employers, whether they are deployed here or abroad or a combination thereof. Then, ano yung magiging benefits na makukuha ninyo? Meron kayong savings. Una, number 1 na po. Siyempre, every month nag-uhulog ang employer or every quarter nag-uhulog po ang employer. So, magiging savings na po yun. Then, you have also avail a short-term loans and a housing project, housing program. So, as part of the benefits of the pag-ibig, so yun. The same with other benefits, meron din po kayong makukuha mga savings and other benefits na offer nila. Then that's all. Thank you very much for listening and keep safe. And lastly, I would like to thank you, Ma'am Baroga, Ma'am Cora, Mami Chavez, Sir Makahis, isa po kayo sa nagbigay kaalaman sa akin. Kasi nga po, dyan ako nag-graduate ng high school at the same time, dyan ko rin po nakuha yung master's degree ko. Again, thank you very much po sa inyong lahat.